What we're going to be creating today is some realistic cogs, and this is what we're going to be creating. I'm going to go to Shift A to add a circle, vertices 64, and then we're going to click Tab into edit mode, select, and checkered deselect. S for scale. We're going to go to A to select all, F to fill, E to extrude. Then tab back into object mode, and then we're going to add a modifier. So we go to modifier, add modifier, bevel, and then I'm going to adjust the segments of the bevel. I'm going to put it to say 7, maybe 8, and then put apply. But what we're going to do, we're going to put curve inside of it. I'm going to go to Shift A, UV sphere. And because we want this like a smooth circle, we want to add a modifier, add subdivision surface. And we're going to have it at least 3. If it's smooth. We're going to duplicate, Shift D, mesh, apply that mesh, we'll apply that as well, apply, click the cog, add ballooning, click the dropper, click the circle, make sure it's on difference, and then apply. Move that. You can delete that now. X, delete. Same at the bottom. Click the cog, modifier, ballooning, click the object, make sure it's on difference, then apply, and delete circle. Shift A, add a cylinder. We'll add the vertices to say 120. We're going to scale it. Go to top view, number 7. Mesh. And we're going to add a ballooning again to this. But before we do that, we'll duplicate this. We go 7 again. Shift D to duplicate. Shift duplicate again. R for rotation. Go back into solid mode. And we're going to balloon these, all of them. So click cog, add ballooning, get the eyedropper, click first cylinder, make sure it's on difference, apply, then delete cylinder. Do this to all 3 of them, and there's our first cog. What we're going to do now is add a texture to this, a rust texture. Click the object, new, add texture, image texture, and we're going to open that up. It's a 4K texture. We're going to add this rust one, so we click that, and we'll add that. We'll just put it into shading mode, not cycles yet. Looks like it needs, we need to unwrap it. So we go to edit mode, tab, Then we're going to go to A to select all. U, I'm just going to use the Smart Unwrap just for this tutorial, but you can unwrap it how you want to. So I'll click Smart UV Unwrap, I'll just keep the settings the same. Click OK. And we'll just see how that's unwrapped. It looks like it's done a pretty good unwrap. It's not perfect, but for this tutorial, duplicate the texture map, select D, duplicate that, add the normal map, make sure that sRGB is selected to non-color, add vector, normal map, connect them up. Now we've got our roughness, so we can adjust it to how we want. Then what we're going to do, we're going to animate this cog. So go into 7, top view, I, rotation. We'll move it forward a little bit, say to 100. Then R for rotation, rotate a little bit. Then I, rotation. Now what we're going to do, we're going to duplicate this cog like that. If we press play, it's not working right, intersecting. So what we need to do, these keyframes on this first one is on the 1 and the 140. If we click this second one, they're exactly the same, and all we do to make it easy is click this, get this to the first one, drag it to the 140, and take the end one and drag that to the 1. Then we'll just move this cog so it looks proper. Press play, and these cogs will intersect. The next stage is basically the look of it, so we want it to look real. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a plane as well. So it's Shift A, Mesh Plane, scale that up, and we're going to add the rust texture just on this plane. Get the light, and I'm going to put the light, we're just going to set it up. You can do it how you want to set it up, but you know, the key is with any kind of 3D animation, and that is lighting. If you want it to look real, it's all to do with lighting. I'm going to make these cogs just a little bit shinier, so I'm going to go into the principal shader. I'm going to bring the roughness down, make it a little bit shinier. So add the metallic. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to click camera, and I'm going to go into the camera settings here, and I'm going to put depth of field. So we want a depth of field. But what we want to do is make sure in your viewport, put limits on, tick limits, and that means we can use this distance for the focus. So make sure limits are on, and then what we can do is when we adjust this, it will come up with a cross on the screen. That is the distance of where the camera is going to be focusing. So I'm going to have it focusing just probably down there somewhere.